Hi, I'm Yannick,
I'm Kurtis.
and we're from Vantablack Warship, and you're
Colliding with Yale Magazine.
Yes.
Happy about releasing the new album, Abrasive Pulmonic Speak. But what are you looking forward most in the next year?
In the next year, wow. I was thinking about just like the next 10 minutes or half an hour to play that show down there.
Haven't thought that far ahead yet. Okay, besides the show.
Well, besides the show, I don't know.
Playing a few gigs.
Yeah, we'd like to play more.
And wherever it's gonna lead us, I don't know.
It started off, Vantablack started off as a pilot project.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of guys getting together, guys from the Montreal scene. And, at first when we started doing it, we said, let's just do it. We'll do gigs from time to time, You can tell from our ugly mugs that we're older people,
Yeah.
And so we started doing gigs, and then last year we just brought out, 2 years ago, we brought out a 5-song EP, self-titled Vantablack Warship, and we got a whole bunch of offerings. We opened for Annihilator, we opened for Prong, we opened for a lot of good local acts like Floating Widget, who we're playing with tonight, Marv, people from the scene. So it's been pretty neat actually. We didn't think it was going to be kicking off that quickly.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the year has in store for us. It might be all the surprises, or we might not play at all. Who knows?
Right. Well, I was going to ask what brought you guys together. And alluded to it, but what actually brought you guys together? Just let's do this project just for fun?
Well, we played in different bands,
Right.
and we all know each other for a long time, so it was not a no-brainer, but Kurt and Pierre were starting, playing a few riffs here and there and a few songs, and on the other side, Siggy and Pat were trying to compose a few riffs and a few songs, and they put it together. And I came in a few months after that. Yeah. Actually, I know the guys for a long time, so I was like, I heard your stuff. If you need a singer, I'll try it.
Yeah, we've all known each other for about I've known Phil for at least 15 years.
15
and I've known
years
Pierre
or so.
for 25 years, almost 30 years.
So
These are all guys that know themselves really well. And it was and that's what I think is really fun about this band is over time you get to choose people you want to play with and people you don't want to play with.
Yeah.
And that's what makes for nice chemistry in this band. It makes it really easy. So what started off as a pilot project has become just something really fun for us. And we like to keep it that way.
Less pressure?
Less pressure.
Yeah.
Less pressure. A lot less pressure.
So where did the name Vantablack Warship come from? And what does it mean?
Yeah, I came up with it. It was funny because when I was looking for the name, I was trying to find a name that would top, Black Sabbath. I said, okay, who defines metal for me? And for me, it's Black Sabbath. And I said, how could I top that name? And at first I came in with, I wanted the color blacker than black, and lo and behold, I searched on the internet and I found the color Vantablack. Vantablack is if you look it up, it's been invented by Surrey Nano Systems in the UK, and it's a color that's darker than dark. There's actually a building right now in Pyeongchang that's painted in Vantablack during these Olympics.
I saw that today.
So it's blacker than black. So I said, okay, cool. I've got the blacker than black title. So I beat Black Sabbath on that front. How can I beat them on the Sabbath front? What word do I use? And I came in with worship, you worship at the Sabbath or something like that. And then when we looked at it, Vantablack Warship, we thought it was a little pretentious, worship the band kind of thing.
Right.
So Pat Gordon actually says, well, why don't we just change the O for an A and make it like a battleship or something, like a big battleship coming out. I said, yeah, that works for me.
We're going to jump into Blood on the Mat. And from what I understand, the lyrics were written by an MMA fighter.
Right.
Can you divulge her name? Or?
No.
No? Okay. So what was the reason for having a song written by her and from a female perspective?
Actually, it wasn't necessarily it wasn't like an
lyrics.
order or anything, It's just like she wrote something.
Okay.
And we used it.
Okay.
Because she offered it.
Yeah.
And we thought it was gutsy in terms of what she had written.
Yeah.
It was graphic. It was her account of it. And we thought, well, let's honor it,
Yeah.
And I think the message in it was, in French you call it l'objectivisation de la femme. You know, using women as objects a bit, you know, for profit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the message was trying to be advocated through her eyes.
Right.
And so we said, well, this is kind of interesting spin on things.
Yeah.
So why don't we use that? And why don't we build a song around it, kind of thing?
And was this decision to use it done before the Me Too movement, or is that just a coincidence?
No, way
so
before that.
Okay.
Way before, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing to do with Me Too.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to ask this too because you guys are old metal fans. Not old. You're not older than me. I don't think.
Maybe.
44.
46.
Oh. 45. We're all in the same ballpark. Okay, so maybe you'll have the same musical reference as I do on this, which is very close to my heart. Well, alternative band, maybe?
Yeah.
Van Halen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
One of my top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today, February 10th, marks the 40th anniversary of the release of their debut album. Is there, do you remember the first time you heard the album, and how did it influence you?
Van Halen 1,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely, I remember the first time. I mean, I know I'm a big
he's a
Van
fan.
Halen. I'm like, Eddie Van Halen's god. He's my favorite guitarist, right?
Yeah, mine too.
So, yeah, I remember the first time I bought that album as a kid. I was a young kid, and I remember popping that on a record player, listening, going right straight to Eruption, and listening to that guitar solo over and over and over. And I still have my original vinyl that I bought when I was a kid, Van Halen 1. And if you listen to it, you're gonna, when the first song plays and when you get to Eruption, it just skips. It sounds like crap because I probably listened to that song like millions of times.
Yeah.
And I mean that whole record and every Van Halen record with David Lee Roth. I mean, even 1984 is just, for me, phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love that band. They are, and I will say to anyone, they are my top 5 bands of all time, and they always will be. Always. Big Van Halen fan.
I'm still amazed of the guitar sound of that album. It was made in what, 76, 77? 78?
Yeah.
Man, it sounds. You could take an album of the 1990s, and the guitar sound is almost the same, or even the sound of it is better on that album. It's totally crazy.
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen is probably one of the reasons why I'm not a guitarist today.
Really?
Yeah. Because I couldn't
play it.
I'll play bass.
I have to say that some of the songs on this are reminiscent of early Slayer. Were you trying to target like an older generation?
Not at all. I think it came with our instinct, just by playing. That's it.
I think so.
We can't hide our influences though, but I think everything we've done, every song is, how do you say that? On the spot, was made almost on the spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Very instinctively. And that's what I think. That's the thing that gives the project all its aggressiveness and everything. Because we don't try, to polish it or. It's pure, it's raw, it's very raw, and maybe that's the parallel that you can make with Slayer, that they make pretty raw music,
Yeah.
But besides that, we're not as fast, our song is not as fast. So maybe the parallel is that, and I got a comment a few weeks ago that said that my voice is reminiscent a bit of
Mariah.
Yeah, Araya. That's a compliment, but that there were non-intention of sounding like him, so I'll take the compliment. It's like cool. It's a good reference.
Hey, they're retiring, aren't they? So somebody's got to take their spot.
Take the
Yeah. Well, speaking of the retirement, what do you think of? I mean, it could be a trend setting for the like the big four, for the old school thrashers to retire. Do you think there's a band out there that can carry that torch, or is that not going to exist in the industry anymore?
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
There might have been bands that could have done it, but they're gone. Will bands like Lamb of God maybe be able to carry on that flame that extent?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know, and there's a lot of new music out and like there again too. I mean, very humble and all this stuff. I think there's bands out there that I don't even know that I probably don't even listen to because I just course, you know, I'm still stuck in some of the older stuff that I listen to that I
Yeah.
love, you know,
Yeah.
that will probably take over or that are taking over right now and we don't even realize it, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe in 15 years from now there'll be a new kind of big four, but it might not be thrash metal. It might be something else. Maybe a big four of black metal or something,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know.